people play the game. They're asking us to keep it quiet. You know what? Hey, if we want to talk about technology, we will talk as loud as we want because it's the future. It's all zeros and ones. What was the question? Oh, about count? Yeah.
You have a smartphone?
And terribly smart. It's more intelligent than I. Just took a picture with it. Who knew? Take pictures with phones. Couldn't do that in my day. We just had one phone with a long cord in the hall, and we had one TV. My grandmother would watch her stories. We used to make prank phone calls a lot. We'd do fake cash call jackpot. We'd call the Seattle papers and do hole-in-one. Just make up a chorus, make up a name. And the next day we'd all have our big laugh, and the Seattle PI so-and-so hit a hole-in-one. You could do that on a smartphone, except now the problem is, I'm sure there's a way to mask it, but mostly they know who you are now. The joke's gone. I don't like the fact that we've gone too much to technology because, I mean, I can count easily 20, 30 emails a day that I have to erase. However, maybe more, maybe 50 that come in as junk or even work stuff that I don't need. So I'm spending that many minutes a day just cleaning out just to stay in the game on what I do want to use it for. Indeed, I think some of the technology has put time in our lives that we were using for better things before. On the other hand, how many times have you wanted to know an answer really quick? Boom, you just Google it and you couldn't do that. So, or am I supposed to say Bing it? I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Yeah, I just say Google it. It's almost like saying I want a Coke in the South, but then they say what kind of Coke, and you say I'd like an orange Coke. You know, I'm on the side of technology. At the same time, I think there's some, just like anything else, there's detriments as well, like excessive use of it. You know, we try to get our daughter off of Tumblr, and at the same time, Tumblr's awesome. It's very creative. It's very cool, the stuff she does, but how about spend 1 hour, not 5 hours? I do not have many apps. I've gone through like 3 phones in the last 8 months, just a couple of accidents, and so I have to like bring everything back, and I only have like a third of my music back. I just too lazy to take the time and download again. I don't believe in syncing. I'd like to go wireless entirely, so I don't have any of these songs. Allegedly, they're in some cloud somewhere. I keep getting a notice that I'm losing capacity. Like, what kind of clouds are they using? Like, I mean, there's a lot of sky up there. You'd think they'd have room. I don't like how many things you have to do to keep it going. The new downloads, the updates, just make the damn thing work. I think it's actually probably like a lot of other things, they make them to last only a certain amount of time or update them to such a degree that you're jealous and you think you need the next one. It's a crock. Whole thing's a scam. You know what? I was perfectly happy with the one phone we had growing up, the one TV we had growing up. I communicated quite well with my friends. So in that sense, I could get by going back to Pioneer days, but it's cool to be able to do the things that I get to do with this. In fact, I was on the stage. I decided just to be silly and take a picture of the crowd because I wouldn't be able to get that picture any other way. Stuck it on Twitter. In 4 minutes, the world knew, or what part of the world is listening to me, that here I am at Benaroya Hall, same stage Pearl Jam played on, and I just took a picture. I love Twitter. Twitter does eat up a little time, but it's good practice for writing. Like you do the setup and the joke or pass along information. And for what I do for work, I can sort of advertise, promote things that I'm doing. Hey, watch this Sunday, we're doing blank, or thank John Legend sang us a song last week for my story. It's cool to have that communication. I like the free form of it. I don't like, and that's true with a lot of things on the internet, sort of the hateful stuff that gets out there. Like, I don't get that much, and I ignore it. It's just some people like to battle with people or retweet the most vicious remarks and just put. I was like, what? I'd rather have a real conversation, and I'm not looking for, for people to give you false praise or anything, but it's nice to have a real conversation about topics or thank them for something if they say something nice. But I think too many times, people kind of hide behind a typewriter and, I'm going to attack the world, and you look and the guy has 4 followers and he's, whatever.